I think one of the things, this government will go down in history as a government that has embarked on profligate and irresponsible borrowing to an extent that has never happened in the history of this country. And the sad thing is that these loans are not productive. We're not seeing the economic effect of these loans. Poverty is increasing in Nigeria. The Naira's value continues to depreciate. Unemployment continues to rise. Inflation is at a very high level. So there is nothing to show for these borrowings. You're borrowing to spend on recurrent expenditure. You're spending, out of a budget of 16 trillion, about 10 trillion will go to recurrent expenditure and debt service. So Nigeria is an economy that is actually in a state of economic collapse, held afloat by borrowing, foreign borrowing and central bank borrowing by the government. It's not a good situation. But I do not think that the capacity or the political will exists for this to stop before 2023, because it's become a bad habit and it's become like a drug that a junkie craves for, because there clearly is not the ability to come up with more innovative solutions to raise the revenue base inside the country. And this now makes the government feel compelled to keep borrowing. But this is, in my view, dangerous, because who will pay these loans? And I feel that there is an element of callousness in this direction of economic policy, because there's a sense 2023 will come, we'll walk away from it, somebody else will handle it. That's what I perceive, because despite all the criticisms from the business community, from economists all over the country, from citizens all over the country, they don't seem to, they just continue to borrow. So there's no responsiveness to the cries of Nigerians that you're mortgaging our future. So there is no solution, therefore, that is not a political solution in 2023. Politics, as usual, is a no-go area for Nigeria in 2023. Otherwise, this country will simply, literally collapse into an Afghanistan-like situation. If in 2023 we do not elect a government led by a president that is economically competent and sound to begin to turn around the economy, that must be our number one priority. And if we just play politics as usual, politics without governance, we will get very bad outcomes. It will just keep getting worse. So there is hope, but that hope rests in the decisions that Nigerians take in 2023. And speaking about 2023, I am very pleased with the news coming out of the National Assembly that the Senate has caved into the pressure of the Nigerian people and has decided to allow INEC to conduct elections as it wishes, as it sees fit, which means the inclusion of the electronic transmission of votes. This is a massive victory for democracy. And I believe that it shows what I have been saying, that we cannot all go and sit down and become part of a surrender brigade simply because the situation is tough. Oh, they will rig the election. Oh, they have fixed it. Oh, will they allow him? Who are the they? The they is us, you and me, the citizens. And if we stand up for our rights, our democratic rights, we can prevail, as we have seen in this situation. So it's a very, good sign. And I hope it will reverse the apathy that was developing towards the elections. And most people should now go and register, get their voters card to vote, knowing that there is a much stronger likelihood that their votes will count. And so that they can be able to elect the kind of national and state leadership that can bring real progress to our country. Democracy is not perfect anywhere, but it doesn't develop if the citizens themselves don't fight for their democratic rights, don't struggle for it, march for it, speak out for it. Vested interests will always want to maintain their advantage. And a lot of the current politics in Nigeria is the politics of vested interests. But as the space is opened up, hopefully with electronic transmission of votes, we will be able to have candidates more and more with the kind of vision that Akachukwu is espousing here, for example, for Anambra State. I'm very proud of him. As a member of the ADC, I support him. I endorse his candidacy. And I wish him the very best of success in the gubernatorial elections that are coming next month. The ADC, from what you have heard from him, using the Umunna traditional system as a tool for governance accountability. This is brilliant. And this is what you get from ADC, the African Democratic Congress. We are a party that believes in the power of ideas to improve the human condition, and that ideas rule the world. So we should be moving more and more towards this kind of politics. So that's my comment about the security situation. I hope it will be contained and that the elections will hold. I am pleased with the news on the Electoral Act as it is developing. I encourage and support very strongly my fellow party member, my brother and my friend, Nze Akachukwu Mwampo, looking forward to his victory in the November 6 elections. Thank you very much. Yeah.